Stadium jumping, or show jumping, enjoys competition nationally and internationally. It is one of the most popular and perhaps most recognizable equestrian events. The only event more popular than equestrian jumping is thoroughbred horse racing. At its highest competitive level, jumping is recognized as one of the 3 Olympic equestrian disciplines. These equestrian disciplines are show jumping, dressage, and eventing. Jumping classes are commonly seen at horse shows throughout the world. Sometimes, shows are limited exclusively to show jumpers. Sometimes the classes are offered in conjunction with other English-style events. And sometimes show jumping is but one division of very large, all-breed competitions that include a very wide variety of other disciplines. Jumper classes require boldness, athleticism, power, accuracy, and speed. In show jumping, riders on horseback attempt to jump through a course of obstacles without penalties and within a specific time. These obstacles include verticals, spreads, and double and triple combinations. The course usually has many turns and changes of direction. Time faults are given for not completing the obstacles within the time allowed. Jumping faults are also given for knockdowns of rails and for refusing to jump obstacles. A rider may be disqualified if their horse refuses to participate within 45 seconds of the start buzzer, or the horse refuses to jump 2 times during the course. Show jumping utilizes the horses and riders' physical skills to negotiate a series of obstacles and uses mental skills to plan the proper track and approach to allow the horse to jump the obstacles from the proper place in front of the jump. The jumps are colorful and vary in height as well as width depending on the competition entered. A show jumping competition is usually comprised of multiple rounds that feature entirely different courses, designed to challenge the horse and rider in many different ways. Show jumping courses can consist of anywhere from 8 to 12 obstacles and may include water, walls, panels, combinations, which are a series of multiple jumps in a line. Horse and rider must negotiate the specific course in the allotted time without knocking down a rail, refusing to jump the obstacle, or by touching the water. If the course is completed clearly, without incurring any penalties, the horse and rider move on to a shorter course as a timed jump off. To win this round, the horse and rider must be the quickest with the least amount of penalties at the end of the course. Early horse shows got their start in France. There was a parade of competitors who took off across the country jumping obstacles. This sport was, however, not popular with spectators since they could not watch all the jumps. Thus, it was not long before fences began to appear in an arena for the competitions. This became known as lepping. In 1869, that was the year horse lepping, or leaping, came to prominence at Dublin horse shows. 15 years later, these competitions were brought to Britain, and by the 1900s, more of the important shows had lepping or leaping classes. Separate classes were held for women riding side saddle. An Italian riding instructor, Captain Federico Caprilli, heavily influenced the world of jumping with his ideas promoting a forward position with shorter stirrups. This style placed the rider in a position that did not interfere with the balance of the horse while they were negotiating the obstacles. This style, known now as the forward seat, is commonly used today. The deep dressage style seat While useful for riding on the flat and in conditions where control of the horse is of greater importance than freedom of movement, it is less suitable for jumping. The first major show jumping competition, held in England, was at Olympia in 1907. Most of the competitors were members of the military, and it became clear at this competition and the subsequent years that there was no uniformity of rules for the sport. Judges judged on their own opinion. Some judged according to the severity of the obstacle, while others judged according to the style. The first courses were built with little imagination, many consisting of only a straight bar fence, and maybe they had a water jump included. Rules have evolved since then, with different national federations having different classes and different rules. The international governing body for most major horse jumping competitions is the Federation Equestrian International, or FEI. In the United States, a similar need for national rules for jumping, as well as other equestrian activities, led to the formation of the American Horse Show Association in 1917, which now is known as the United States Equestrian Federation. Show jumping courses are very challenging and have a variety of different obstacles. The show jumping fences are often colorful, sometimes very elaborate and artistic in design, particularly at the highest levels of competition. Fences are designed to break away if hit by the horse, both to simplify scoring, but also for safety, particularly to prevent falls by the horse. Types of jump can include the following: vertical or upright. A jump that consists of poles or planks placed one directly above another with no width. Oxer. Two verticals close together to make the jump wider, also called a spread. Now there is a square oxer, sometimes known as a box oxer, where both top poles are of equal height. An ascending oxer, also called a ramped oxer, which is the furthest pole is higher than the first, as well as a Swedish oxer, where the poles slant in opposite directions, so they appear to form an X shape when approaching. Another type of jump is a triple bar, and that is a spread fence using 3 elements of graduating heights. A wall. This type of jump usually is made to resemble a brick wall, but the bricks are constructed of a lightweight material and fall away easily when they're hit by the horse. Hogsback. A type of spread fence with 3 rails where the tallest pole is in the center. Filler. Now this one is not a type of fence, but it is a solid part below the poles, such as flower boxes or a roll top. It sometimes also is a gate. Combination. This one is usually 2 or 3 jumps in a row, with no more than 2 strides between each jump. 2 jumps in a row are called a double combination, and 3 jumps in a row are called a triple combination. Open water. A wide ditch of water. Liverpool. A ditch or large tray of water under a vertical or under an oxer. Joker. A tricky fence that's comprised only of a rustic or unpainted rail and 2 wings, wherein the lack of a filler makes it difficult for a horse to judge the proximity of the fence as well as the fence's height, making it a tricky obstacle usually found only in upper divisions, and in some competitions it is illegal to have on course. Now, show jumping has different levels, and these levels range from the lowest level, level 1, where the fence heights are between 2 foot 9 inches to 3 foot, with a width of 3 foot to 3 foot 6 inches. All the way up to level 9, where the heights of all of the course can be 4 foot 9 inches to 5 foot, and the widths 5 foot to 5 foot 6. Practice shows, or schooling shows, can have classes starting at heights of 2 foot 3 inches. These schooling shows are designed to prepare the horse, as well as the rider, for the higher level shows. Now, the Grand Prix have the classes that are the highest level of competition, with the fence height 5 foot 3 and the width of 6 foot. Now, the Grand Prix is the ultimate challenge, and the amount of prize money that you can win determines the height of the fences. The more money that you can win, the higher it's going to be. Now, the Puissance is a high jump competition in which the final wall may reach over 7 feet tall.
Drives on.
The current, as of April 2014, world record is 2.47 meters, or 8 foot 1 inches.
A horse
Held by Captain Roberto Morales, riding Poiso in 1949.
Does it, and that is a new record here at Olympia to join the other record.
6-bar riders are riders that jump 6 fences set in a straight line. In most places, fences are placed at equal distances apart. The first fence is the lowest, and each subsequent, or each fence after, is higher than the one before. And horses are either penalized or eliminated from competition if they knock down a rail. After each round, when more than one competitor goes clean or is tied for the fewest faults, the 6 fences are raised in height for each subsequent round until there is a winner declared. Occasionally, if there are multiple jump-offs, the final fences may be raised to well over 6 feet tall. There's also Gambler's Choice, and that's an event where exhibitors choose their own course, with each fence cleared given number of points based on difficulty. The entry who accumulates the most points within a set time limit on course is declared the winner. Last one that we're going to talk about is the Kolkata. It is a jumping event where spectators bet on which horse will win by means of an auction, where the highest bidder has the exclusive bet on a given horse. Although the exact mechanism varies by region and culture, as a rule, the spectator who bets on the winner collects all of the money that was bet and then splits it with the owner of that winning horse. All of these different types of jumping competitions exist because show jumping offers millions of dollars of prize money and international glory for those who can afford it.